I'm calling this section Border Woke in regards to Borderlands. Did Borderlands 4 potentially go woke? Let's talk about it. But before we do, friendly reminder, I'm giving away a Steam Deck in the month of December 2024. If you want to enter the giveaway, click the link that's pinned to the top of the Twitch chat. If you're on YouTube, the link will be in the description box below. Make sure to follow the instructions. Good luck to everybody. Borderlands 4 will cut back on toilet humor, says Gearbox. If the word skibbity ships in the game under my watch, I'm gonna cry real tears. So some people might call this, when's the PS5 giveaway? I got PS5s like right there. That's what that box is right there. I got a couple right there. I don't know if I'll do one next month. Maybe maybe February I'll do another one. Take a break, and then come back. Anyways, everything we've seen about Borderlands 4 so far, which to be fair isn't much, very strongly suggests that yes, it will be a Borderlands game. But some things are changing. As we said when the first Borderlands 4 trailer dropped at the Game Awards last week, the art style that made the previous game so visually distinctive appears to be fading into the background. Really? Because it looks the same to me. And earlier today, narrative director, it looks a little bit more brown, but like the art style still looks similar. Narrative director Sam Winkler said on Twitter that the toilet humor so prevalent in Borderlands 3 is going to be dialed back too, pretty dramatically from the sound of it. I don't think anyone would say that Borderlands was ever a serious game series, but Borderlands 3 was a bit much, to put it mildly. I didn't play the third game. I've only ever played Borderlands 2. So who played Borderlands 3? Do you guys feel like the humor was over the top? It was disgusting, it was rude, it was crude? Or was that an overreaction? 3 was not good. I didn't play 3 or the Handsome Jack, whatever. It was ass. But was it ass because of the writing, the humor, or was it ass because the game is not funny? The writing sucks in Borderlands 3, one of the worst things ever. 2 was way worse in that department. Interesting. Welcome to the stream, Clam. He said in the chat 2 was worse. I didn't think, when I played 2, I didn't think it was funny at all. I didn't get it. It was bad. It was Borderlands. It stuck in the late 2000s when surface level vulgarity was enough to qualify as edgy. Gameplay was great. The writing sucked. Okay. Borderlands 3 is seriously obsessed with turds. When the series was first conceived, we wrote in 2019's review. It's stuck in time when memes lasted months. When memes lasted months rather than days. When referential humor was still a novelty and not exhausting. When you could point to something the slightest bit abnormal or gross and call it a joke. It's best to play 3 on mute. I'm just not gonna play it at all because I don't like Borderlands. I think it's incredibly overrated. And I think Gearbox as a whole is incredibly overrated in terms of a studio. I don't get the hype. I respect what they did, you know, one of the first looter shooters. I respect that. I can acknowledge that. I'm gonna give them the clout for that. But
I'm thankful for your
in terms of game, like I'm gonna be honest,
but this won't be enough to
I could have never played Borderlands 2 and I would have been fine. That game never did anything for me. And I didn't play 3 or the other ones. The style of comedy hadn't aged particularly well even then. And 5 years down the road, I'd imagine it's gotten even better. Luckily, Borderlands 4 appears to be aiming higher on the comedy front. Narrative director Sam Winkler said today that he's gotten to work with some of the funniest people I know as contract writers on the game. But in response to someone who expressed hope for dark humor instead of fart jokes, he replied, "Not at liberty to talk much about the content of Borderlands 4, but I remain firm in any criticisms of Borderlands 3's overabundance of toilet humor." Well, I guess that's good. The headline made it seem like they're getting rid of humor, period. But what I'm getting from this article is they want to improve the writing. I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that. I thought this was going to be an article people were going to call woke, but I'm wrong on that. It sounds like they just want to improve the writing, which nothing wrong with that. Lets there be doubt to as where Winkler stands on the matter. He is somewhat more appointed in another post. I'm not going to say there's no toilets, but if the word skibbity ships in the game under my watch, I'm going to cry real tears. Yeah, don't put that in the game. It won't age well. Paul Tassi joked that they were going to have a gun called Hawk 2A. Hawk 2, oh my God. And a fellow dev asked me if it was real, and I put my hand down in the sink into the grinder. Improve the writing by using Sweet Baby ink, lol. Stop. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. We were gonna have a gun called Hawk 2A. You guys definitely shouldn't put that in the game after she just scammed all her fans with that damn meme coin. Stop. I've noticed that about like a lot of people, especially like this younger generation. To them, comedy is A, shouting, and B, memes. We gotta bring back. Oh, and also saying stupid shit that's not true at the expense of black women. But we say black queens forever.
Thanks for
Snow bunnies, what?
the follow button.
To a lot of people nowadays, that seems to be what comedy is. And maybe I need to bring in some real comedians to write some of these jokes, bruh. No structure to the punchline. Yeah, it's like no structure, like old school stand up and shit, bruh. That's what we need to get back to. I'm not mad at this. Hopefully it comes out well. This actually maybe makes me want to play it. Because like that was one of the things that like, it was a lot of yapping in Borderlands 2 and none of it was fucking funny to me.
Cool,
Yo, shout out to Martin with the
there's
sub.
only one ideology I resubscribe to.
Yeah, that's what people mean when they say loud equals funny. Loud is funny when used in scarcity. Even like physical comedy. Physical comedy is good when used in scarcity, but I don't know, for me personally, because it all can be subjective. There are people who genuinely find all that simple stuff funny. But to me, when it comes to comedy, like that's like the lowest tier. Just being loud and super physical. Me, I like more cerebral stuff. So like, hopefully they improve the writing. Things that make you think. What's this? Somebody linked this in the chat. Announcement for the stragglers. I'm bad at keeping secrets, so I'm happy I can finally say I wrote for Borderlands 4. I'm really excited for y'all to experience all the goofs when we cooked up. Wait, is this this old boy that was I think he was a guest on G4? I never met him. I think that's him. I recognize his face. Iffy. He was on G4, right? Hopefully less claptrap. Yeah. I don't want anything called the clap in my game. Like I don't want anything in my fucking game called clap. I think he was one of the guests that would appear on there. He was? Yeah, okay. I remember his name. I never got to meet him, so I didn't really know him. They be fake hyped like the old Screamer gamers. There's a market for everything. I mean, that stuff is succeeding, so I just say it's not for me. But what is for me is a Black King. Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra. We got some new details. Rise of Hydra boss sets the stage for globe-trotting World War II epic with an exclusive look at the Wakanda setting. We about to play a Black King punching Nazis in the face. Let's go. When Captain America and Black Panther get in the same room together for the first time, there's always drama. Superhero fans saw how that played out on the big screen in Marvel Studios' Captain America Civil War. They are not only super soldiers, but symbols of their nation, and certain responsibilities come with those distinctions. Steve Rogers is clothed in the colors of the American flag as the epitome of patriotism and the American dream, while Wakanda's guardian is royalty who fights on both the battlefield and the international political arena. As their worlds collide yet again in Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. They should just call it Marvel 1943. The upcoming video game from Skydance and Marvel Games, the developers sought to introduce different colors to that relationship as they pinpoint World War II as the time period for their AAA console release set in their own pocket of the Marvel multiverse. Are they trying to say this is not canon? DEI woke. You know these motherfuckers is frauds if they call this game DEI and woke. There was no Black Panther in World War II. First of all, there was never a Black Panther. Like, and yes, there was. If you read the comic books, it's been around for like hundreds of years. Anyways, it led us to do a bunch of interesting things. An award-winning video game writer and director, Amy Hennig, tells Entertainment Weekly, one of which was not to only tell a story with a young Steve Rogers who's still trying to find his feet, as opposed to the more seasoned guy that we've seen in a lot of the films. It also let us introduce a new Black Panther in 1942. It's fiction too. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was never real. Like, what are you talking about? It was never a Captain America. Hennig, who heads the recently launched Skydance New Media, exclusively gives EW a peek inside of Marvel 1943. Her division's debut video game coming in 2025. So this is their first video game. Sheesh. This could go either way. Graphics look nice, but we haven't seen any gameplay, chat. This could go either way. I would say let's put this in the yellow flag. Let's not get too hyped. I didn't realize this was their first game. Hopefully it's good, because I mean Wukong was Game Science first game, and that was a solid. It was a solid game. Not game of the year, but it was solid. But then where's it go? Drew Morer, who plays Captain America, and Kari Payton, who plays Azori, this era's Black Panther and T'Challa's grandfather, describes by Hennig as he's more mature than Cap. These heroes cross paths in an occupied Paris in 1943 and must strike an uneasy alliance to overcome a common threat. The good cop, bad cop type situation. It's led to us to tap into all the things that I love, all the wonderful tropes of World War II era adventure films, classic men on a mission movies, and all of that. Hennig, who previously worked on the Uncharted games during her time at Naughty Dog, continues. There's a lot of intrigue in our story, a lot of twists and turns, fascinating characters, and interesting locations. I'm sure a lot of y'all will be excited about that, knowing that she wrote for Uncharted. EW can reveal an exclusive look at one location, the lush, dense jungles of Wakanda, which Hennig confirms is a key setting alongside occupied Paris. We wanted to tell a globe-trotting story, she says. There are yet to be revealed locations in between. Hennig emphasizes the importance of the photoreal, cinematic real level of detail that comes with the animations for a setting like Wakanda, not just to properly immerse players into the environment, but to reinforce the idea that Steve and Azuri come from very different worlds when they meet in Paris. Here's your first look at some concept art of Wakanda. Who's making this? It's a new studio, which is very interesting that Disney gave them the license to do this game. What's the name of this studio again? Something New Age Media or something like that. I don't know. It's like New Age Media. It's a new studio. Wakanda at this point in time is hidden away from the outside world and protected by this impenetrable jungle, she explains. They are non-interventionish. I know what the fucking word means. I can't pronounce that shit. They don't get involved in shit that don't got nothing to do with Wakanda. God damn. But events transpire that puts them into the conflict. They have to protect their interests. The world is getting smaller. No satellites yet, but they will be there soon. You can shoot down planes that maybe want to fly over Wakanda, but how long can you stay in the shadows? Pretty long, according to the MCU, because they didn't really find Wakanda until the fucking modern day. Cap and Black Panther, Hennig continues, are confronting the same enemies, and they're concerned about the same events that are transpiring, but they're initially almost working against each other. Good people have to work together to overcome evil. If you separate, then you're not gonna succeed. Just gonna take a wild guess. The reason that Azuri left Wakanda is because he got word that the Nazis are either looking for or they got a piece of vibranium, and they're creating weapons of mass destruction with vibranium. So he's probably going to go to Paris that they're occupying and slay some Nazis. And he's gonna run into Cap because Cap is fighting alongside America. And I wouldn't be surprised if also Cap had some type of secret mission that he was working on. But just an educated guess, I'm gonna guess that the Nazis have a piece of vibranium. Because why else would they leave the fucking nation? I could be wrong though. The title of the game clearly signals that Hydra will be a primary adversary in this story. In that sense, Hennig remarks the villains are clear. It's pretty black and white. Who doesn't want to punch a Nazi? Meanwhile, the initial story trailer, revealed last March, teased there's a third super soldier running around Paris beyond the two heroes. Bucky? This is World War II? Hennig declines to say much more, noting that the lengthy runaway between now and the game's release next year. They still want to preserve some of the surprises. In these kinds of stories, particularly when you have this unfolding mystery, you have to want your MacGuffin to pull the characters along, and that is their impending threat and a shared object of desire. Or it could be the original Captain America, the black dude. What is his name? Black Captain America. It could be Isaiah Bradley. For those who don't know the story, the original Captain America was black. They experimented on a black man. He went and saved the goddamn world, and then they basically discredited him. Really good shit. Really good shit. In terms of like a very realistic story. Because you know America would do that. And also it made him sick because it was an early version of the super soldier serum. But it could be Isaiah Bradley running around, or it could be the Winter Soldier. That would be, I'll take both. Shit, put them both in the goddamn game. Or it could be a run-in. Oh, we could have a run-in with Isaiah Bradley. Azuri runs into him. And then Azuri dap my nigga. He dap him up. I see you. Or no, or Azuri could be like, they won't do this because this will probably be a T-rated game. But he'd be like, what you doing with them? What you doing fighting on that side, my brother? I hope this game hands it up on the political side. I hope it does. And then like maybe at the end, Red Skull. Oh yeah, because Red Skull technically is a super soldier. He did get the serum, right? It could be him. That could be like the final boss. Or we could have a final boss where like you fight the Red Skull, and then at the end you see Bucky looming in the dark, and that's gonna be like the sequel where you gotta fight fucking Bucky or some shit like that. There's a lot of potential in terms of story. And the visuals and the animations that we've seen so far, it looks really good, but we gotta see some gameplay. This is still a yellow flag for me. Don't get too hyped, chat. We have seen zero gameplay. Zero gameplay. So until then, I'm not gonna get too hyped, but it sounds good. Sounds good. I want to fight Hitler. Nigga, go play Sniper Elite. You got to fight Hitler like in 6 different games. Like, there's a new one coming out. Ooh, what's he gonna do this time? Nothing. The nigga's dead. We might have to shoot his mustache off in this one. You'll get a bonus objective where you have to graze a bullet against Hitler's face and take the mustache off before killing him. Get bonus points. Like, bruh, we've had enough of that. I want to see an original story. Real motherfuckers know Logan was in them trenches too. That would be fire too. That's actually that's valid. Pal. That's valid. Now I can afford a retwist. Maybe the super soldier is Logan running around. Because although he's a mutant, I could see a world where he's running around getting shot, healing, and people think he's a super soldier. Isaiah was in the Korean War. My fault then. Then it's not going to be him then. Okay. I thought it was World War II. No, are you sure? I thought he was the original. Are you sure? Who was the original Captain America? Who was the original Captain America? He was the second? No, he was just getting experimented on. Okay, if he was the second, all right, I stand corrected. I'll take that L. I'll take that L. I'll take that L. So it's not going to be Isaiah because if that's the wrong timeline. So then it makes me think it's either going to be Bucky or it could be a surprise Wolverine. But Wolverine was fighting in World War II in that damn X-Men movie. Oh, shit. Interesting. Things are getting interesting. At bare minimum, the story sounds good. Bucky didn't come until the modern day. No, I thought they brainwashed him and then he was running around assassinating people.
I mean, following Sonic.
They would put him on ice when they were done with him. Well, the Winter Soldier didn't. I thought he was running around doing missions, but like it was like co-op type, Black Ops type shit. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said he could show up in this if it was Black Ops type shit. Check this out. What's this? This is what the MCU Spider-Man should be doing instead of all that multiverse shit. Let me see. It said, nigga, get back in the neighborhood. That's like the equivalent of Spider-Man shut up and dribble. Nigga, get back in the neighborhood, bro. Bucky was a secret assassin. Ugh, Logan would make the most sense. Yeah, I could see how they could spin the story to where people in World War II thought he was a super soldier, but he was a mutant. They just didn't know any better. If Logan shows up in this as the alternate super soldier, what if we get a Magneto? He shows up a cameo, like him and as a kid, killing some Nazis, bending some metal, choking niggas out with poles and shit. Yeah, a rescue Magneto mission. This could work. Chat. This could work. In comics, Isaiah Bradley was a prototype soldier for the CERN in World War II. You were right. Cap was the perfected model. That's what I thought. I thought he was the first. Isaiah Bradley was the prototype. No, let's just ask. So he was in both comics and in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Isaiah Bradley is an African-American super soldier produced by an attempt to replicate the serum used on Steve Rogers. So he wasn't the first. So he wasn't. Was it during the World War II era, the third successor in the serum, which was created in the 1950s and used by the... Oh, so he was... No, dude was right. Korean War. They were trying to replicate what they did with Steve Rogers, which is crazy. Like, I don't understand how everybody just lost the shit. No, dude is right. He's Korean War. Probably changes depending on the comic run. That too. All of it's an option. They did do something like that in one of the X-Men cartoons where Logan and Cap free to camp with young Magneto in it. So it's possible. It is possible. Namor could pull up. He was around during these times. Namor would not pull up in this game. All that nigga care about is fucking sushi and shrimp and shit, bro. He did not care about no damn World War II. Quick little bit of news for those excited about The Witcher 4. That was announced during the Game Awards. The Witcher 4's map will be more or less the same size as The Witcher 3. Yes, the game will be pretty big. It will be big compared to everything we prepared so far. Promises quality over quantity. So if you want a big open world, there you have it. Nah, Namor did. He was part of the invaders. Wait, what side was he on? What side was the water niggas on? And Sue Storm whenever she comes along. I thought the Fantastic Four was the 60s. That wouldn't make sense. I could have swore they originally debuted in the 60s. That's what the Weapon X program was trying to do, which gave us Sabretooth and Wolverine and Deadpool with the animanium, I mean. Yeah, so I can see, like, I feel like Wolverine actually makes the most sense. Namor's a hoe. I think it's when Steve went on ice. That's when Isaiah came in. Gotcha. Hey, who cares? We haven't seen no gameplay. Hey, so everybody calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. Let's not get too excited. Let's wait to see some gameplay. Because for all we know, we over here speculating, oh, and then maybe like Spider-Man travels back in time. Like, we're making up all the, and Astrobot comes back to announce to the world that he's Game of the Year in 1943. We're coming up with all these goofy ass speculations. But the reality is we haven't seen any goddamn gameplay. This game could turn out to be like Marvel's Avengers. Marvel Avengers looked good graphically. Remember when they first announced that, and then we got our hands on it? That shit was clunky as fuck. So until we see, unless it feels cool to play like Cap and Black Panther, we don't care what the story is like. Gameplay over everything. So let's not get too hyped. Let's wait for a gameplay trailer. Let's wait. You're right. You're right. It could be ass, especially because this is that studio's first game. It's fun to speculate, but that's how. If you speculate too much, that's how you end up like Kingdom Hearts 3 ass niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Them niggas speculated for 15 years, and what did they get? A 6 out of 10. I can't believe they did this. I can. Freaking speaking of horny niggas, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming to PC, and its director asked PC players to avoid offensive or inappropriate mods. The PC release of the game was revealed last week during the Game Awards, and it's arriving on January 23rd, 2025. And some statements were released in regards to the modding community. They said, while the team has no plans for an official in-game mod support, the director told Epic Games, we respect the creativity of the modding community and welcome their creations, though we ask modders not to create or install anything offensive or inappropriate. Translation, we're not going to do an official mod store like Bethesda does, but if you want to mod the game and upload it to Nexus Mods, that's fine. Please, no big titty Tifa mods. No nude mods for Aerith, because that's fucking weird. No BBC mods for fucking Barrett. Damn, y'all get the BBC mod? Imagine Barrett walking around, big ass dick out and a gun and shit. I gotta do this for my family. Like, bro, this shit is nice, bro. This shit is fun. Shit just swing, and you know the modders are gonna put physics on the dick, bro. This shit is nice, bro. Game of the Year. Stop being nasty. What's this shit? All right, bro. Drop 5 subs in the chat to apologize. Y'all niggas is nasty. Hey, yo, clear the chat. Clear the chat. Yo, bye. Drop 5 subs in the chat to apologize. That nigga said too late. Drop 5 subs in the chat to apologize. I'm not looking at that shit because I don't know where that video was going. I'm gonna need you to drop 5 subs in the chat to apologize. Other news. More PlayStation exclusives are coming to Xbox next year. Xbox owners could be getting their hands on more PlayStation exclusive games in 2025. In a new report from Jez Corden of Windows Central, sources have told him that there will be more unannounced and previously PlayStation exclusive games coming to the Xbox Series next year. News of PlayStation exclusives coming to Xbox shouldn't surprise anyone. Over the recent years, both sides have continued to release games on the competing platforms. Recently, Genshin Impact finally made its debut on Xbox after being made console exclusive to the PlayStation since 2020. Another PlayStation exclusive, Predator Hunting Grounds, released on Xbox in 2024 after 4 years. Blah, 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 blah. What? Is there a game that y'all want on Xbox that's on PlayStation? Because, I mean, based off of what they're talking about, Genshin Impact and Hunter Predator Grounds, it's like games nobody gives a fuck about. Like, I wouldn't expect, although I don't know why you would want to play fucking The Last of Us. I wouldn't expect The Last of Us on Xbox. No, I wouldn't expect Spider-Man on Xbox. No, I wouldn't expect that. It's going to be some goofy shit. Indiana Jones, that's it. Well, no. PlayStation to Xbox, not Xbox to PlayStation. No, I don't think you're getting God of War. You guys have to keep in mind, for every one Xbox that's sold, 3 PS5s are sold. You guys are not getting the big AAA hitters. Maybe Astrobot, and even still, after it won Game of the Year, I don't know. Stellar Blade, now that's possible. I can see that. Stellar Blade's a good game, but does Sony own that? I think it's just exclusive. Final Fantasy, that's been coming to Xbox, so that's possible. That's possible. Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 would make sense, especially if they make a crossplay. That makes sense. The Last of Us 2 remastered Xbox edition. You can now play more chords with Ellie. More chords than in the original version. You can play Prince's Purple Rain on the remastered Xbox edition of The Last of Us. A truly defining feature. That's what you guys want to do? Play Purple Rain? And Ubisoft can't get it together, news. Ubisoft wants to change Far Cry formula with Far Cry 7 and Maverick. How about you guys make a new fucking game? In 2023, Insider Gaming had several reports on the Far Cry series throughout the year. Notably, the Far Cry series currently has two... Like, can we talk about this? Far Cry 7. 7. I have to hold up two hands. What happened to the trilogy? Multiplayer games like Call of Duty, I'm gonna give a pass because it's multiplayer. But these single player games, why don't you make a new story? Then you know how you you know how you keep running out of ideas because you keep making the same thing. It's hard to keep reiterating. That's why 3 is enough. Which were both originally under the same game and codename Talisker. Its new mainline title is now under the codename Blackbird, and an extraction-based shooter is under the codename Maverick. Both games are still in development at the time of the writing, but their release dates have been pushed back internally from 2025 to 2026 due to complexities in development, aka Ubisoft is broke. The new Metal Gear Solid, they did with Metal Gear Solid. I don't know much about Metal Gear Solid. I can't speak on that. I never played one, but if you say it, if you like it, we love it. They're catching up on Too Fast and the Furious. I'm saying, you're telling me you don't want to climb the tower for the 7th time? Nah. Moving from Dunia to the Snowdrop and under development at Ubisoft Montreal, both games are set to move away from the Far Cry formula. Maverick, which takes place in the Alaskan wilderness, will see players fight one another, animals, in the harsh weather to survive. Oh shit, you're gonna be able to fight moose.
Reminds me of when my parents were.
And you remember Nail Palin. Remember Sarah Palin said she can see Russia from her house in Alaska. You might have to fight some Soviets in the new one. I love Far Cry, and even I'm getting burnt out on it. I was so uninterested. I love Moff Gideon. I didn't even play this new one. I just couldn't do it anymore. It just didn't look interesting. On the flip side, Blackbird will now see the player have to rescue his family, who have been kidnapped by a conspiracy cult, have been performing hallucinogen experiments on animals and children. I'm getting off of this. So you're making Far Cry 5 in Alaska, because that's literally what happened in Far Cry 5. In Far Cry 5, you took on a cult in Montana, and one of the main 3 underbosses was a whole hallucinogen drug-induced boss fight. I don't know about this company. I don't know about this company, man. Oh boy. Where's his dark saber? Yeah, that's the only thing that can save this game. Get a dark saber. That fight was whack. It was weird. That shit made my eyes hurt. I remember that shit. Yo, TBAs, I noticed you covered a GameSpot article last week that only covered the combat article Ubisoft put out partially. You only saw 2 of the 9 gameplay clips for Assassin's Creed? Is this something more positive? No, I read this on stream. Already. I read this like a week ago. I remember this, but I appreciate it. Fight Me! Ben Starr humorously responds to the disappointment about Clive in Tekken 8 by showing off his cosplay on the Final Fantasy character everyone thought it would be. The voice actor for Clive. He said, I know you guys are upset that you didn't get Tifa in the game, you got Clive, but suck it. How does that make you feel, Tekken community? Here's your Tifa. I'm not gonna lie, like, is he, because I don't know, just because he's a voice actor doesn't mean he plays games. I wonder if he's aware people hate Clive. Like, it's not like just a disappointment thing, besides the hardcore Final Fantasy 16 fans, but most people, I'd say like 60% don't like Final Fantasy 16. It's just like, bro, it's just like, we don't like the fucking character, dude. It doesn't make me mad. He's bored, but I don't need Tifa. It's okay. Tifa won't change the meta. I feel that. It's whatever. It's whatever. Oh shit. Polish something that's never existed before. Miyamoto explains how Nintendo is countering rising development costs. Let's see what's going on in Nintendo besides not showing the Switch 2. Super Mario Bros. And Zelda co-creator Miyamoto claims that the rising development costs are somewhat inevitable, which is why it's doubly important to champion singular experiences. What rising costs do they have at Nintendo? Your games are still in fucking 480p. The Nintendo representative director was responding to a question about the spiraling costs of video game production during a recent investor Q&A and suggested it's vital developers focus on what they create over how much they spend creating it. Our research and development expenses have been increasing each year since our scale of development has grown. A corresponding increase in its cost is, in some aspects, inevitable. However, our belief is that we create is more important than the amount that's spent on development. I agree. Like sometimes there's just too many cooks in the kitchen. That's the problem with a lot of these new studios. Like, why do you need 1,000 people working on the game? Why can't it be 50? Some of the best games ever created of all time came from small dev teams of like 20 people. I don't know if y'all know that. I think it's like it's almost like Payback. I feel like with some of these studios, Payback in a sense, like, you know, when I was a kid, being a gamer wasn't cool. And, you know, a lot of those people grew up and became game developers. And it's almost like, look at us. We got these big grand studios now. We're doing so good. We're making money. And it's like, why do you need 1,000 people working on this game and it costs $500 million when you can be making several games with that same amount of money and split up the talent? You said, no, you're right. Like, that's what it feels like. It's just almost like a stick it to the jock. Because now the jocks are gamers. Now everybody's a fucking gamer now. I don't know why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it yet. They don't do shit like this. But it's diminishing returns. They're just spending too much time. We continue refining our products until we are confident that we have created something that our consumers will be satisfied with. With that in mind, what is important is to find ideas that are worth honing, and this has not changed since the era of Nintendo Entertainment System. Creativity over everything. Miyamoto refused to make sweeping statements about what ideas are worth pursuing because everyone has different interests, but it said it's important to explore concepts that feel distinct. The more you polish something that has never existed before, the more value it brings. We believe that it's important to nurture developers who take this unique concept to heart, allocate funds to development if necessary, and release games only after we are confident in the product, and repeat this process over and over again. It's advice that's probably easier to follow if you're a company with Nintendo's resources, but Miyamoto suggested it's absolutely possible to create fun games with small teams and tight budgets, and implored developers do not lose sight of this perspective. And I agree with Miyamoto. My only pushback to this would be, okay, well, why y'all keep making Zelda and Mario? Where's the new Star Fox?
This should be enough money for TBH.
The last few Nintendo new characters, like IPs that you guys have like created, they really haven't stuck. Splatoon has a small, like, niche audience, but Splatoon, in my opinion, is not that big. Arms was a colossal failure. That goofy ass game. I knew that shit was gonna flop the day they announced it. Who wants to play a game with a squiggly arm ass nigga? If you don't get this kooky shit out my face, yeah, where's F-Zero? Where's what's the Platinum Games game that they had on the Switch? That shit was fire. Why can't I remember that game? The one where you had the dog on the chain and shit. Where's the sequel to that? The folks with the tentacle fetish. Ew. What are you talking about, bro? I don't think about that shit. So it's like, I agree with what he's saying. I just Astro Chain. Yeah, where's Astro Chain 2 at? New Kid Icarus. Not only Nintendo has a deep palette of IPs that they don't really use, and then on top of that, y'all really ain't been putting out new ideas like that either. Don't get me wrong. The stuff that you have been making, it is still fire. Super Mario Odyssey, I love that fucking game, but I'm just saying, like, you can't be telling everybody else be creative when you guys are still kind of, Nintendo is upheld by Mario and Zelda at this point. You guys need to get on it too, especially because Miyamoto's getting up there in age. It's time to make some new IPs. What's this? Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Beyond releases December 20th. Large scale mod created by 40 fans. Is this the mod from Max, I believe, in Pokemon? Yeah. Where's the Waluigi game?
Are you ready, true believers? The impossible has happened.
Let's let our fist do the talking. Which of us stands for justice? Let's fight and see.
Don't miss out on the enjoyment of a lifetime. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Beyond.
How do fans make a better looking game than the original?
Take this one, Ranger! Hey, you're mine!
Does anybody know if they're changing any gameplay mechanics, or is it just an art thing? Because I'm not gonna lie, just because you improve the art doesn't mean I'm gonna want to play it, because I didn't like this game.
Game mods ever designed for fans by fans.
Are you ready? Go for it!
Yeah, they're changing some mechanics. Anybody got any idea? Well, we could ask AI. What's this shit called? Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Beyond. Let's see. Let's go to Perplexity. Content creator Max is producing a mod called does this version of the game contain any new gameplay mechanics in comparison to the original? Led by content creator Maximilian, primarily focuses on visual enhancements and improvements to the original Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite game. While the mod introduces significant visual upgrades, it does not appear to add any new gameplay mechanics compared to the original release. So there's a visual overhaul, including the interface, not just the characters, some of the lighting, audio improvements, adding new music tracks, modifying some characters' voices, balance updates. This mod includes some balance changing to existing gameplay. So, I mean, I guess that's something different, like getting rid of the broken shit. Stage additions. So there's a new stage, the Onslaught stage from Marvel vs. Capcom 1. Potential video essay, The Redemption of Capcom. True. Not enough. Yeah, this is not enough to make me want to play it, but I mean, shout out to him. It's still dope. I'm pretty sure the FGC will flock to it. Will this have online? Will it? Will this mod be playable online? Let's see. Yes, it will be playable online, but with some limitations. Online compatibility. Players can play against each other online using this mod. However, both players must have the mod installed for it to work. That's going to be a barrier to entry right there. The mod includes balance updates to existing gameplay. Yeah, we've been over that. Beta testing. A beta version of the mod is currently available for download on Game Banana. If anybody wants it, here you go. Wait, where's the Game Banana? Where's the goddamn Game Banana? Look at that. It gives you the sources. This is why I love Perplexity. The mod's coming out of Max's pocket. He put a good bit into it. Yeah, that's why I'm linking it right here. If anybody wants to try the mod out, it's in beta. Shout out to Perplexity, you know, stating its sources, unlike niggas on Twitter. But it's still cool though. It's still cool. Can't be mad at it. And then I just wanted to put y'all on to this right here. For those unaware, if you have T-Mobile for your phone, open up that T-Mobile app. $5 movie tickets for Sonic 3. Sonic 3 comes out in 3 days on the 20th. You can see it for $5. This shit is legit. I've used this for other movies. I will be claiming my $5 ticket on there too. So if you want to save some money, if you were going to see it already, go for it. If you don't got T-Mobile, I'm switching for sure. I need that. But yeah, open up the T-Mobile app. You can claim it right now. I've done this before. You have to make an Atom account. I mainly be using Fandango, but I'm gonna be honest, Atom is the same thing as Fandango. Just make the account real quick. It's worth it because all their movie tickets, their $5 tickets they through Atom. It's never through Fandango. Cheap date night. So I put y'all on Sonic 3 if you're already gonna see it. Any Virtual Fighter updates? I haven't seen any. T-Mobile Tuesdays, right? Nah, they got rid of the T-Mobile Tuesdays app. It's the name of the app now is T-Life. It's the same thing as T-Mobile Tuesdays, but it's called T-Life. They changed it at some point. I don't know when it. Don't be putting your cold nose on me either. You can't be doing drive-by boobs. And last but not least, I got some good news. Depending on who you ask, in my opinion, it's good news, but some people think this is a horrible idea. YouTube is currently beta testing voice replies in the comments. YouTube is rolling out a new voice reply feature that hopes it will enable more meaningful relationships between creators and their viewers. YouTube is no stranger to testing out new features with some of the latest, including AI video summaries and ways to automatically dub videos in other languages. Not every change has been popular. However, with some of the ad updates, such as the implementation of pause screen ads being met with extreme backlash from the community. Now, the Google owned platform has revealed another new feature. It's time to help creators better connect with their audience through the use of voice replies in the comments. On December 16th, YouTube announced that a small number of creators in the US would be able to reply to viewers by using a new voice reply feature. We're experimenting with a feature that enables creators to reply to comments with their voice. If you're a creator in the test group, you can click the sound wave icon when responding to a comment. All you have to do is click record a voice reply, then post it as a comment, the site confirmed. Voice replies can only be left by creators on their own channel via the YouTube app on iOS, but all viewers and creators can engage with the comments. Wait. Only the creator can do it? Let me read that. Voice replies can only be left by the creators on their own channel. Oh, on their own channel. Okay. So wait, users can't comment with voice chat? It's only for the creator? When viewing a video on mobile, users will be able to click on an audio recording for a reply and view a transcription. On desktop, however, viewers will just see the comment as transcript. You can roast niggas now. That's what I'm saying. I'm excited about this, bro. I'm definitely be leaving voicemails. Oh, that's it. Yeah, this is safer. Okay. I was thinking anybody was going to be able to leave a voice comment, but the creator is allowed to leave a comment on their own channel. Yeah, it seems like it's only for the uploader. I mean, that's not a big deal. Especially for niggas who can't read. Now you can just listen. It's like motherfuckers know they know they can't read. I'm gonna leave voicemails on my videos. You click this shit, thought you was about to get some insider info. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Get off my video and hit the like button, punk. Just kidding. Damn, a black man's leaving Marvel. Just kidding. Did you watch the? Hey, all right. I hope you watched the video before you commented, because it don't look like it. It don't fucking look like it. Nate Moore is and was the only black producer at Marvel Studios. This is the reason we have representation in a billion-dollar franchise. He's gonna go on to do great things, but boy, this next regime is about to look a lot different. Him and what? Ryan Coogler? They were the only ones there, I think. Is Ryan Coogler still there? Leave a PS4 joke for him. Right. If somebody leaves a comment, I'll be like, we found the PS4, nigga. Have you seen the Karate Kid trailer? Nah, I haven't. Is it in the sub box? I mean, the MCU is like whatever at this point. I don't care. It's good, it's good. The only thing I'm looking forward to, like genuinely looking forward to in the MCU is the Daredevil show. Other than that, I honestly don't care about what they're doing. Let me switch to my main account real quick. Mufasa. Who asked for this dumbass movie? Who playing on my phone? 1 second. It seems Harriet Tubman's going to be a character in the new Civilization game, and the Go Woke Go Broke people are pissed. I saw that. I put it in the group chat. Let me see. Harriet Tubman. What do you think about for the Superman? There we go. The freedom fighter Harriet Tubman leads the unstoppable movements in Civilization 7. Get a first look at her unique abilities. Got an icon in the building. You know we about to read the comments.
I never lost a passenger. Never crashed my train.
Hey, that was very black. She said, I never lost a passenger.
Not many can say the same.
Born Araminta Ross to enslaved parents in Maryland, Harriet Tubman escaped from slavery and dedicated her life to saving countless
I don't want to hear
others
this.
via
I don't
the
want to hear this.
Underground
I didn't do anything.
Facing difficult
All right,
odds,
why are you mad?
Tubman quickly moved enslaved peoples through a network of safe houses and across treacherous terrain to reach freedom. Harriet Tubman excels at operating in secret, which
That makes sense. Influence.
makes
that
her
makes
an
sense.
excellent spy master.
Espionage
and
makes
if war
sense.
becomes inevitable, she has the resilience to persevere. In the modern age, consider pairing Harriet
Yeah, this is
Tubman
the new
with
Civ.
America, whose production bonuses will help you build towards a better future. Or choose a different path, all your own. But whatever you build,
I think it's cool
remember
that she's in the
to
game.
build something
Yo, shout out to Nitro
Your
with the
resub just
sub.
reminded me to unsub from Poison Ivy's OnlyFans before
I think
Selena
it's cool that
sees
she's
this
in the
month's
game.
bank statements.
Interesting choice for a leader. Fella, is it DEI when a well-known and respected slavery abolitionist and civil rights activist is added to a game about history and politics? These comments do not pass the vibe check. And removed from my list. What are you gonna add, Yasuke to lead the Japanese next? Yo, what point are you trying to make? What point are you trying to make? don't get why people are mad. Harriet Tubman was a certified badass and American hero. She was like, I don't understand. Like, what are you mad about? She looks tired. The comment section is why you all nerds. Why stop hitting me, dude? Why you nerds can't have nice things? Why military? My military though should be culture based. This is really cool. People don't think she makes sense as a potential leader. Need to read about her. That's what I'm saying. Like the dude up here said that she's not a leader. She freed the most slaves out of everybody, bruh. She literally said that I could have freed more people if they knew that they were slaves. I could have freed more black people if they knew that they were slaves. That is a leader. To march through the fucking lush force of the United States, hound dogs on your ass and shit. You had to remember, you had to look at the North Star and shit. What the fuck are y'all talking about? That nigga's mad, bruh. Add Nat Turner. Yeah, shit. Add Nat Turner to that shit, bruh. They got the Haitian Revolution in this bitch. He failed school. It's officially over. They affirmative action civilization in both real life and digital. What does that even mean? Like, don't care about opinions of people who think the Underground Railroad was actually an underground. Right. These niggas actually thought it was a. So what kind of train was it? Was it like Thomas the Train? Oh my God, bro. That's sad. Oh my God. Was it a coal train? Is this a good reason to call this woke, considering this is the original meaning of woke? I guess. I don't know, man. That shit is funny. Cry some more. Tetris 99 update. Multiverse has got a new character. Not clicking that. Overwatch got the Airbender in the building. I seen the Transformer part of the Underground Railroad in the movie TVH. Man, yeah, they only got Soul Train. The blacks only got Soul Train. Outlawed official trailer. I don't see nothing interesting. Oh, I meant to save this. They got a new gameplay trailer for the game that's made by some former BioWare devs. Indiana Jones, New Freedom Wars, Helldivers, The Official Omens of Tyranny. We saw that at the Game Award. The affirmative action comment was a mask for sure. You know what that is, bro. None of that shit makes me mad. I already knew. I already know what the comments is gonna look like. You already know. Blacks don't lead. Look at Chicago. You passed it, the Karate Kid. Look at Chicago. Oh, there we go. Bro, you need a hug. Stop hitting me. Stop. You're okay. You are okay. You good?